Welcome to English and Popcorn. Here, we learn English through the stories of movies and TV shows. Grab your popcorn, relax, and let's enjoy today's story while improving your English. Michael Scofield is a brilliant man, an engineer with a calm personality and a sharp mind. To most people, he looks ordinary, quiet, polite, and thoughtful. But behind his calm face, he is hiding a desperate plan. His older brother, Lincoln Burrows, has been sentenced to death for a crime he insists he did not commit. Lincoln is accused of murdering the brother of the Vice President of the United States, a crime so serious that the government wastes no time pushing for the death penalty. The evidence against him seems overwhelming. There is video footage, witnesses, and official reports. To the outside world, Lincoln looks guilty. But to Michael, none of it makes sense. He knows his brother too well. Lincoln may be rough on the outside, but he is no cold-blooded killer. Michael visits Lincoln in prison and sees the hopelessness in his eyes. Lincoln has accepted his fate. The countdown to his execution has already begun, and his days are numbered. For most people, this would be the end. But for Michael, it is the beginning. He refuses to let his brother die for something he didn't do. If the system will not save Lincoln, then Michael will. So Michael designs an unthinkable plan to break his brother out of Fox River State Penitentiary, one of the most secure prisons in the country. This is not an impulsive decision. Michael has studied every detail of the prison. He has used his skills as an engineer to find weaknesses in its structure. But even more cleverly, he has hidden those details in a place no one would expect, on his own body. Michael covers his entire torso with tattoos. To anyone who sees them, they look like random, artistic designs. But secretly, the tattoos are a map, a blueprint of Fox River itself, with codes, pathways, and hidden clues disguised within the artwork. It is both genius and madness, but it is his only chance. To make his plan work, Michael must be inside the prison. So he stages a crime. Calmly, deliberately, he walks into a bank with no mask and no attempt to hide his identity. He fires a gun into the air, ensures he is caught on camera, and then surrenders peacefully to the police. His case is clear, and soon he is sentenced to prison. Exactly as he wanted. Michael is transferred to Fox River, the same prison where Lincoln waits on death row. As he walks through the gates, he is no longer Michael Scofield the engineer. He is now inmate number 94941. For everyone else, Fox River is a place of punishment, fear, and survival. But for Michael, it is the battlefield where his plan begins. His brother's life depends on it, and he has no room for mistakes. Michael Scofield has crossed the prison gates. The plan is in motion, but Fox River is nothing like the outside world. It is loud, violent, and filled with men who would do anything to survive another day. For Michael, every step inside this place is dangerous, but he cannot show fear. He must remain calm, controlled, and focused on the mission. On his first days in Fox River, Michael studies everything. He observes the guards, the routines, and the prison's layout. Every door, every hallway, every schedule is important to his plan. But no matter how carefully he prepares, he knows he cannot do this alone. To escape Fox River, he will need allies, and that means choosing his friends and enemies carefully. One of the first people Michael meets is his cellmate, Fernando Sucre. Sucre is not violent like many of the others. He is serving time for a robbery, and all he wants is to finish his sentence and return to his girlfriend, Mare Cruz. At first, Sucre doesn't trust Michael, but he soon realizes that Michael is different from the other inmates. Quiet, polite, and strangely confident, Michael seems to know more than he should. Over time, Suka becomes not just a cellmate, but a valuable partner. But not everyone inside Fox River is friendly. Michael quickly catches the attention of Theodore Bagwell, better known as T-Bag. Manipulative, cruel, and dangerous, T-Bag runs his own group inside the prison. He notices Michael's intelligence and suspects that he has a plan. T-Bag is the kind of man who wants to be in control of everything. If Michael has something going on, T-Bag wants to be part of it, whether Michael likes it or not. This makes him both a threat and a problem Michael cannot ignore. Another important figure is John Abruzzi, a powerful mob boss serving time for violent crimes. Abruzzi controls many of the work details inside the prison. Without his help, access to certain areas of Fox River would be impossible. Michael knows he must deal with him, even if it means putting himself at risk. On the other side of the bars, the prison guards are no less dangerous. Captain Brad Bellick rules Fox River with intimidation. He enjoys making inmates suffer and has little patience for men who step out of line. Michael knows that Bellick could easily ruin everything if he suspects even the smallest detail of his plan. And then, there is Sarah Tancredi, the prison doctor. Unlike most of the people around him, she shows kindness. Michael begins to form a connection with her, though he must be careful. His mission leaves no room for distractions. Still, Sarah may hold an important role in the path ahead. Life inside Fox River is a test. For Michael, every conversation, every favor, every decision has consequences. He must balance between alliances and enemies, earning trust without exposing his secret. With every day that passes, the danger grows, but so does the plan. Michael is inside the prison now. The blueprint is on his body. The countdown to Lincoln's execution continues. And time is running out. Now that Michael has settled inside Fox River, the real challenge begins. The blueprint of the prison may be hidden in his tattoos, but a map alone is not enough. To free Lincoln, Michael must turn ideas into actions, and that means carefully setting every piece of his escape plan in place. From the very beginning, Michael's strategy is about patience. He never rushes. He uses his engineering mind to think 10 steps ahead. Every favor he asks, every risk he takes, is part of a larger puzzle only he can see. The escape will not depend on strength, but on precision. His first goal is access. Fox River is divided into strict areas, and not all inmates are allowed everywhere. To build his way out, Michael must move through these areas unnoticed. He convinces Abruzzi, the mob boss, to give him a spot on the prison industry's work team, known as PI. The PI crew is responsible for maintenance, giving them access to storage rooms, supply closets, and even crawl spaces. To Abruzzi, Michael seems like just another inmate looking for an easier job. But Michael knows this position is critical. PI gives him the freedom to move closer to the hidden exit routes. Next, Michael begins testing the prison's weak points. He examines walls, pipes, and corridors, looking for cracks in the system. At times, he deliberately breaks rules to see how guards respond, measuring their speed and behavior. Every punishment he receives, every glance he takes, is recorded in his mind. The prison may look solid, but Michael is certain no system is perfect. Still, the plan cannot succeed alone. Michael needs a team, whether he likes it or not. Suka, his loyal cellmate, becomes his first ally. Suka's trust is built on friendship, but others will require more dangerous negotiations. T-Bag, with his manipulative power, forces himself into the plan when he senses something bigger is happening. Michael knows keeping him out could mean violence, but letting him in means carrying a snake at his side. It is a risk he has no choice but to take. Meanwhile, time is slipping away. Lincoln's execution date draws closer, and the pressure mounts. Outside the prison, Veronica Donovan, Lincoln's former girlfriend and a lawyer, investigates his case. She begins to uncover evidence of a conspiracy far bigger than a simple murder. But inside Fox River, Michael cannot depend on the courts. His plan must work. There is no backup. Through secret codes, hidden tunnels, and carefully staged moves, Michael starts putting the pieces together. Each night, when the lights go out, he studies his tattoos in the mirror, reminding himself of the next step. The map is complicated, filled with symbols and patterns only he understands. It is a masterpiece of planning, but also a heavy burden. For the other inmates, life in Fox River is about survival. But for Michael, every single day is about building a path to freedom. The clock is ticking, and the walls are closing in. If one mistake is made, the entire plan will collapse. Michael knows it will take everything he has, his mind, his courage, and his willpower, to succeed. The escape is no longer just an idea. It has begun. For Michael Scofield, everything has been calculated. Every move has been rehearsed in his mind. But no plan, no matter how brilliant, can survive without complications. Inside Fox River, nothing ever goes perfectly, and Michael soon learns that the greatest danger to his mission is not the prison itself, but the people around him. One of the first complications comes from his so-called teammates. Suka is loyal, but he has doubts. The idea of escaping is dangerous, and if they are caught, the punishment will be worse than anything he has faced before. Suka struggles between his desire to return to Marecruz and his fear of failure. Michael must constantly reassure him, reminding him that the risk is the only way back to freedom. Teabag, however, is the opposite. He is eager, even excited, to join the escape. But his violent and unpredictable nature makes him a constant threat. He wants control. He wants to know every detail. Michael realizes quickly that keeping Teabag inside the plan is like carrying a ticking time bomb. If Teabag explodes, the entire escape could be ruined. Then there is Abruzzi. He provides access and resources, but he demands something in return: the location of a man who betrayed him outside the prison. Michael cannot give it, because it risks his plan. But refusing Abruzzi is dangerous. The mob boss is not a man who accepts no easily. Balancing this relationship becomes one of Michael's greatest challenges. The prison itself also fights back. At one point, Michael suffers a serious burn on his back, damaging part of the tattoo where important details are hidden. To him, the tattoo is more than art. It is the map of the entire escape. If parts of it are destroyed, entire sections of the plan could be lost. He must work from memory, testing his mind against the growing pressure. Meanwhile, outside Fox River, the conspiracy against Lincoln deepens. Veronica discovers evidence that Lincoln was framed, but powerful people are working against her. Every time she gets close to the truth, the trail is covered up. This makes Michael's escape even more urgent. If the law cannot save Lincoln, then the prison break must. Inside, the guards grow more suspicious. Captain Bellick notices Michael's strange behavior. He asks too many questions, walks with too much confidence, and seems too calm for a man serving time. Bellick begins watching him closely, searching for anything unusual. For Michael, this is dangerous. If Bellick learns even a fraction of the plan, everything could be destroyed. And then there is Sarah Tancredi. The doctor sees Michael often because of his supposed diabetes, a condition he fakes to meet her in the infirmary. At first, It is only part of his plan. He needs access to the infirmary for the escape route. But as time passes, a connection forms between them. Michael feels drawn to her kindness, and Sarah begins to notice something unusual about him. This human bond, though powerful, is dangerous. Caring about her could distract him, or worse, expose him. The clock ticks louder each day. Lincoln's execution date is moved closer, shocking Michael and cutting the time he thought he had. The plan that was supposed to unfold slowly must now be rushed. Mistakes become more likely, tensions rise, and every obstacle threatens to collapse everything he has built. Michael is a man of control, but Fox River is chaos. To escape, he must keep the chaos from swallowing him whole. The clock has almost run out. Lincoln's execution is just days away, and Michael knows there is no more time for delays. The escape must happen now, or it will never happen at all. Every piece of the plan, every risky move, has led to this moment. Michael gathers his team, Suka, Abruzzi, C-Note, and, unfortunately, Teabag. Each man has his own reasons for escaping. For Suka, it's love. For Abruzzi, it's power. For C-Note, it's freedom. And for Teabag, it's survival at any cost. Michael doesn't trust them all, but he needs them. The tunnel is ready, the path is clear, and the opportunity is now. But even as the plan reaches its final stage, chaos strikes. Teabag, as expected, tries to take control. He threatens to ruin the escape if Michael doesn't give him what he wants. In a violent struggle, things spiral out of control. Teabag is left injured, and the group nearly collapses from within. Michael realizes what he feared all along. Teabag is not just a danger, he is poison. Still, the escape cannot stop. The clock won't wait. At the same time, outside the prison, Veronica is racing against time to prove Lincoln's innocence. She finds more evidence of a political conspiracy, but the forces behind it are too powerful. With every door closing, she knows there is only one chance left. Michael's plan must succeed. The courts will not save Lincoln. Only escape will. Inside Fox River, the tension explodes. Michael faces one last problem: Sarah Tancredi. She discovers that Michael has been lying about his diabetes. The truth hurts, because she has grown to care for him. Michael pleads with her, explaining that his brother's life depends on what happens next. In that moment, Sarah must make a choice: follow the rules or help Michael. Her decision will change everything. Finally, the night arrives. The inmates move into the tunnel, crawling through the dark, narrow spaces that Michael has prepared. Every sound could bring the guards down on them. Every step could end in failure. Sweat, fear, and hope mix together as the group pushes forward. And then, it happens. The plan works. They break free of the prison walls. For the first time, Lincoln breathes air as a free man. Michael has done the impossible. He has broken his brother out of one of the most secure prisons in the country. But freedom comes with a price. The group is not safe. They are not truly free. Alarms sound, guards chase them, and the escapees scatter into the night. What lies ahead is uncertain. They are fugitives now, hunted by the law and chased by powerful enemies. Still, in that moment, Michael has succeeded. He promised his brother he would not let him die for a crime he didn't commit. Against all odds, against all walls, Michael Scofield kept his promise. The escape of Fox River has begun. And that's how Season 1 of Prison Break unfolds, the story of Michael Scofield, a man who risked everything to save his brother. From the moment he stepped into Fox River to the night he broke out, every move was part of his brilliant plan. But remember, Freedom is only the beginning. Michael and the others are now fugitives, and their journey is far from over. Thank you for watching today's story on English and Popcorn. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because in the next video, we'll continue with Season 2, where the Real chase begins.